Stop giving your energy to people, habits, and situations that leave you empty. Every minute you tolerate drains is a minute stolen from your growth. You are either building your life or bleeding it away, and the world doesn't wait for the indecisive. Today, it back. I'm going to show you how to walk away from what drains you and magnetically attract everything that actually builds you. If you're ready to stop surviving and start thriving, it back. Listen closely, because nothing is more expensive than wasted energy. You cannot build the life you want if you are constantly giving your energy to things that leave you depleted. Every moment you spend in a situation that drains you is a moment stolen from your growth. The first step is awareness. Stop pretending that being exhausted all the time is normal or necessary. Take a hard look at your daily routines, the people around you, and the commitments you've said yes to without thinking. The truth is, energy is finite, and once it's gone, it's gone. Take it back. The life you are chasing doesn't exist in the margins of exhaustion. If you want more, you have to protect what you already have. Recognizing the drains is not weakness. It's the first act of power. Back. Denial keeps you stuck, and clarity sets you free. Every decision about where your energy goes matters more than you think. Draining relationships are the most obvious culprits, and yet we tolerate them far too often. Back. These are the people who take without giving, complain without action, and thrive on your emotional labor. They exist not to support you, but to tether you to their problems. Back. Letting them go does not make you a bad person. It makes you a focused one. You cannot nurture your dreams while carrying someone else's weight. Back. The energy you waste here is the energy you could have invested in yourself. It's brutal to admit, but some people are not meant to be in your inner circle. Stop trying to fix what isn't yours to fix. Every toxic dynamic you allow diminishes your potential. Your time is too valuable to spend on energy vampires disguised as friends or colleagues. Commitments can drain you as much as people do, sometimes even more. You say yes to things because they seem expected or polite, but the cost is hidden. You miss opportunities, lose focus, and exhaust yourself physically and mentally. To take it back, every obligation you carry that doesn't build you is a weight chain to your progress. You have the right and the responsibility to say no. It's not just about convenience, but it's about survival in a world that constantly demands your attention. Look at every commitment critically. Does it grow you, challenge you, or serve your vision? If not, release it. Every minute spent in unnecessary obligation is a minute stolen from a goal, a habit, or a relationship that actually matters. Habits can quietly drain you without you even noticing it back. They are often invisible energy leaks in your daily life. Sleeping late, scrolling endlessly on social media, eating poorly, or overthinking, all of these sap your vitality. You may tell yourself these are harmless, back, but they add up to exhaustion and stagnation. If you want to attract what builds you, you must eliminate what diminishes you. Self-discipline isn't about punishment, it's about protecting your energy. Evaluate your routines with brutal honesty. Which habits add fuel and which burn you out? Small changes compound over time, and what feels minor today can be catastrophic if ignored. Your daily choices define the energy you have to offer the world. Your mindset can also be a hidden drain if left unchecked. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and fear consume mental bandwidth like nothing else. You carry these internally, but their effects ripple outward, touching every decision and action. You cannot build a high-performance life while mentally sabotaging yourself. Awareness of these internal drains is crucial. Back, journaling, reflection, or even speaking within a trusted mentor can expose the invisible patterns that hold you back. You are responsible for your own mental state, and ignoring it is a choice to stay stuck. Back, replace energy, depleting thoughts with constructive ones. Train your mind to recognize and resist the pull of negativity. What you think determines what you manifest. Back. External environments can also bleed your energy faster than you realize. Your home, workspace, and social circles all contribute to your mental and emotional state. Clutter, noise, back, and chaos are drains that constantly demand attention. If your surroundings pull you down, no amount of willpower alone will be enough. Designing an environment that fuels focus and calmness is not optional, it's essential. Every object, sound, and visual cue either supports or sabotages your energy. Be intentional about where you spend your time. Clean space equals clear mind, and clear mind equals clarity and action. You cannot thrive in chaos disguised as routine. Control your environment to control your energy. Emotional energy is the currency of achievement. Back, and wasting it on what doesn't serve you is costly. Every resentment, frustration, or lingering anger consumes mental and physical resources. Holding on to grudges, reliving past mistakes, or worrying about things outside your control drains you silently. The people who succeed do not waste time on emotional weight that offers no return. Release it strategically. Forgiveness, acceptance, back, and letting go are not weakness, they are armor. Protecting your energy requires emotional discipline as much as physical or mental discipline. Decide daily what is worth your emotional bandwidth. That not every battle deserves engagement. Your professional life can be a significant energy drain if misaligned with your purpose. Working in roles that don't challenge or excite you, tolerating toxic bosses, get back, or clinging to dead-end projects consumes vitality. Career stagnation is a slow form of exhaustion that masquerades as stability. Identify what aspects of your work lift you and which crush you. Focus on the tasks, people, and projects that energize your growth. If your job is a constant drain, it is time to pivot, delegate, or exit, Energy spent on unfulfilling work is energy stolen from your ambitions. It babbled your professional life intentionally. Every decision in your career should be evaluated against the energy it requires versus the value it returns. Physical health is inseparable from energy management. Poor nutrition, lack of exercise, and insufficient sleep drain your vitality daily. You cannot function at your best if your body is running on empty. Every meal, workout, and rest cycle either fuels you or depletes you. Energy management is holistic, mental, emotional, and physical. Ignoring your body's needs is ignoring the foundation upon which everything else is built. The people who attract opportunities and growth invest in themselves first. Protecting your physical energy is not indulgence, it's strategy. Treat your body as the engine of your life, because without fuel, nothing else works. Finally, your purpose and vision are your ultimate energy compass. If what you are doing doesn't align with your bigger goals, it is a drain, no matter how enjoyable it feels in the moment. Distractions, trends, and low-value commitments pull you away from the path that matters. Every day, check if your actions are aligned with your vision. Alignment produces energy, misalignment produces fatigue. Walking away from drains is not just about avoidance. It's about claiming space for what truly builds you. Invest in the people, habits, and tasks that contribute to your growth, joy, and impact. Your energy is the seed and your life is the harvest. Boundaries are the most powerful tool you have to protect your energy and focus. Without them, people, tasks, and obligations will bleed you dry. Every yes you give when you should say no chips away at your potential. The world will constantly demand your attention, but you must choose what deserves it. Boundaries are not a punishment for others. They are a declaration of your priorities and self-worth. Saying no does not make you selfish, it makes you strategic. People respect clarity more than ambiguity. Every weak boundary invites repeated intrusion. The stronger your boundaries, the stronger your energy and focus become. Learning to enforce them is a daily practice of self-respect. When you fail to set boundaries, you allow others to dictate your time and energy. The urgent requests of others become your default priorities. You find yourself exhausted, reactive, and frustrated. People who succeed do not operate on other people's timelines. They operate on their own. Boundaries ensure you are in control of your attention, not constantly at the mercy of others' demands. Saying no can feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is a sign of growth. It's a signal that you are choosing yourself over the drain. Boundaries are a reflection of your values and commitments. They are not negotiable once clearly defined. Clarity in boundaries eliminates confusion and prevents exploitation. Your relationships will improve once boundaries are in place, not suffer. When you stop overextending yourself, people know where they stand. They stop testing your limits and start appreciating your presence. Healthy relationships respect your energy, unhealthy ones push against it. You cannot fix people who refuse to respect your limits. Trying to do so only leaves you depleted. Boundaries create space for mutually beneficial interactions. They encourage responsibility and accountability in others. The people worth your energy will rise to meet your standards. Those who don't are not meant to remain in your circle. Boundaries apply to your work as much as your personal life. Saying yes to every task, meeting, or request is a silent energy tax. You cannot scale, grow, or innovate if your time is stolen constantly. Prioritize high-impact activities and eliminate low-value distractions. Delegation, automation, and selective engagement are forms of boundary enforcement. Protecting your schedule is not arrogance. It is efficiency. The most successful people know when to say no without guilt. Every time you honor your boundaries at work, you strengthen focus and output. Time management is nothing without energy management. Boundaries are the unseen structure behind high performance. Social media and digital noise are invisible drains if left unbounded. Every ping, notification, and message demands attention and fragments focus. Without intentional boundaries, your energy is constantly redirected. Limit screen time, curate feeds, and create intentional offline periods. Digital boundaries are not about isolation. They are about clarity and mental freedom. You control what you consume, and when you consume it, every unchecked input chips away at your energy reserves. Protecting your attention in the digital world is as important as in the physical world. Boundaries are the difference between being reactive and being in control. They allow your mind to focus on what truly matters. Boundaries also protect your mental and emotional health. Allowing negativity, drama, or manipulation into your life diminishes your ability to think and act clearly. Emotional drains often hide behind charm, obligation, or habit. Recognizing the patterns that sap your energy is critical. Once you identify them, enforce boundaries to limit exposure. Take it back. Emotional discipline is not about avoidance, it's about preservation. You cannot serve others effectively if your own mental state is compromised. Saying no to energy drains is a proactive act of self-care. The clarity that comes from emotional boundaries fosters better decision-making. Protecting your emotional bandwidth is a strategic move toward success. Financial boundaries are just as critical as emotional ones. Overspending, lending without limits, or taking on financial obligations you cannot handle drains energy and focus. Money tied up in unnecessary obligations is money that cannot fuel your growth. Define rules for your spending, saving, and investing. Enforce them without guilt. Financial boundaries reduce stress, increase freedom, and protect your future. Every dollar you guard is a vote for your independence and energy. When your resources are protected, your opportunities expand. Boundaries in money ensure that your energy is invested, not depleted. Discipline in this area compounds into long-term leverage. Boundaries are also critical for your health and body. Saying yes to every social event, late night, or indulgence can leave you depleted. Your body has limits. Back and ignoring them reduces productivity and resilience. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and recovery are non-negotiable boundaries. They are not optional luxuries. They are the foundation of performance. Back. People who respect their physical boundaries perform better mentally and emotionally. Enforcing limits on what your body endures is a form of self-respect. Energy is the fuel for all other boundaries. Back. Protecting it is non-negotiable. Every choice in this area reinforces your capacity to handle challenges. Boundaries require constant reinforcement and sometimes confrontation. People will test your limits, some intentionally, others unconsciously. Do not waver because it is uncomfortable. Consistency is key. Every time you enforce a boundary, you increase respect and clarity. Weak boundaries invite repeated violations. Strong boundaries foster trust, reliability, and self-respect. Confrontation is not aggression, it is alignment with your standards. The more you practice saying no when needed, the easier it becomes. Boundaries become muscle memory, and energy preservation becomes second nature. Enforcement is the final step of boundary mastery. Finally, boundaries create space for growth and attraction. When you are clear about what you will and will not tolerate, you attract the right people, opportunities, and experiences. Energy builders will gravitate toward clarity and strength. It back. The drains will self-select out of your life. Boundaries are not limitations, they are magnets for alignment. They ensure your energy flows toward creation, growth, and impact. Back. Protecting your energy becomes a strategy for abundance. Every boundary enforced is an investment in your potential. The life you want requires energy and focus, and boundaries are the structure that guarantees it. The more intentional your boundaries, the more unstoppable your growth becomes. You become the sum of the people, spaces, and inputs you allow into your life. The environment you live in directly impacts your energy, focus, and growth. If your surroundings are chaotic, toxic, or stagnant, your potential is automatically limited. Every day you wake up in a cluttered or negative space, your mind starts with friction instead of clarity. Curating your environment is not optional, it is a strategic decision to support your growth. Remove distractions, negativity, and chaos wherever possible. Every object, person, and input either builds you or drains you. It back. Understanding this distinction is critical to taking control of your life. Energy follows environment, and attention flows where it is nurtured. People are the most powerful environmental influence. Back, and they can either lift or sink you. Surround yourself with those who challenge, inspire, and elevate your thinking. Avoid those who complain, criticize, or demand without reciprocation. Energy is contagious, back, and the wrong people can pull you into cycles of stagnation. High performers know that success is not just about what you do, but who you spend time with. Peer influence dictates your habits, mindset, and resilience. Relationships that stretch you, not ones that comfort you in mediocrity. Be intentional about the circles you engage with. Your inner circle is the multiplier for your energy, clarity, and impact. Back. Choosing the right people is choosing the right environment. Physical spaces affect your mental and emotional state more than most realize. A cluttered home, messy workspace, back, or disorganized digital space creates constant friction. These small, unnoticed stresses accumulate and drain your focus. Intentional spaces foster creativity, calmness, and clarity. Back. Design your surroundings to support the life you want, not reflect the chaos of your past. Minimalism is not about aesthetics, it is about energy optimization. Every object in your space either serves a purpose or creates noise. Regularly audit your environment and remove what no longer contributes to your growth. The mind cannot perform in disarray. Clean, organized, back, and intentional spaces produce aligned action and high-level focus. Media and information inputs are invisible but significant drains or builders. Social media, news, and entertainment shape your thoughts, beliefs, and energy daily. Mindless consumption fills your brain with distraction and comparison. Curating the inputs you allow is critical for mental clarity and energy preservation. Follow content that challenges, inspires, get back, and equips you to grow. Limit exposure to negativity, gossip, or anything that makes you feel small or reactive. Information diet matters as much as your physical diet. Consuming content without purpose leaves you scattered and exhausted. Be deliberate about every source you allow to influence your thoughts. Inputs determine outputs, and what you absorb becomes who you are. Your routines and daily habits are part of your environment, and they shape outcomes. Chaos in your schedule is as toxic as chaos in your space. Energy draining routines, procrastination, kid it back, and overcommitment create friction and frustration. Curating your day intentionally ensures your environment fosters productivity and growth. Back. Identify high-value actions that align with your goals and structure your schedule around them. Remove time wasting low-impact habits that sap energy. Every action, repeated consistently, back, compounds into either growth or decay. Daily rituals become anchors for focus, clarity, and momentum. The right environment reinforces the routines that build the life you want. Energy flows where habits are structured for alignment. Emotional tone in your environment matters as much as the physical. Negativity, unresolved conflict, or tension in your spaces wears you down silently. It back. Emotional friction requires constant energy to manage and distracts from creative or productive focus. Curate positivity, collaboration, and alignment wherever possible. Seek spaces where encouragement, growth, and accountability exist naturally. Toxic emotional energy multiplies if left unchecked. Remove triggers, patterns, or relationships that perpetuate low energy. Emotional alignment fuels motivation, resilience. Hey, Becca. The energy you inherit from your environment determines the quality of your output. Choose spaces and people that elevate rather than drain. Boundaries intersect directly with environment curation. Back the people, tasks, and places you say no to shape your surroundings. Walking away from what drains you is part of creating an optimal environment. Each rejection of negativity, distraction, back, or low-value input is a step toward energy freedom. Curating environment is not passive. It requires active decision-making and reinforcement. Every choice to leave or limit drains builds space for growth opportunities. Boundaries enforce the environment you deserve. The energy you invest in your surroundings reflects the energy you wish to receive. Intentional curation is a daily exercise in self-respect and strategy. Environment becomes your ally when boundaries are upheld consistently. Technology and digital tools are part of the environment you curate, not just distractions. Devices, apps, back-end software can either optimize or fragment your attention. Notifications, endless scrolling, and unstructured communication steal focus and energy. Curate tools to support efficiency, clarity, and growth. Set rules for usage, create focus blocks, and eliminate unnecessary digital noise. The virtual environment is an extension of your physical one. Your energy is not limitless, and what you allow into your digital space matters. Every unchecked input becomes friction in thought and productivity. Discipline online mirrors discipline offline. Curated tech enables performance and reduces invisible energy leaks. Financial environment also impacts your energy and decisions. Debt, mismanaged funds, or living beyond means creates constant stress. Back stress is a hidden energy drain that diminishes focus and creativity. Structure your finances intentionally to reduce friction and create freedom. Align spending, saving, back, and investing with your goals and energy priorities. Financial stability amplifies the benefits of other environmental curation efforts. Money misalignment is a silent drain that undermines clarity and decision-making. Back. The right environment includes financial rules and protections that safeguard your energy. Resources are the tool for creating leverage and opportunity. Curating financial habits ensures energy is focused on creation rather than survival. Ultimately, curating your environment is about intentionality in every aspect of your life. From people to spaces, media, routines, back, emotions, technology, and finances, every element contributes to your energy balance. The life you want cannot emerge from chaos and distraction. You must be proactive about what you allow into your inner and outer world. Energy flows where it is nurtured, supported, and aligned. Every choice to remove drains and attract builders compounds into momentum. Your environment becomes a reflection of the life and impact you are capable of achieving. Curating is not a one-time act, but a daily discipline. It is the silent force behind focus, resilience, and high-level results. What you surround yourself with defines the energy you have to give. Knowing what drains you is useless without action. Awareness alone is not enough to transform your life. You can identify toxic people, bad unproductive habits, and distractions, but if you continue tolerating them, nothing changes. Action is the bridge between insight and impact. Walking away from drains requires courage, decisiveness, and consistency. It is not a suggestion, it is a necessity for growth. Every delay compounds the cost of wasted energy and missed opportunities. Radical action is uncomfortable because it challenges habits, norms, and relationships. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and decisive steps are the antidote. To attract what builds you, you must act relentlessly and without hesitation. Fear will always attempt to paralyze you. Fear of judgment, guilt, or missing out can keep you tethered to what no longer serves you. Every hesitation feeds the drains instead of the builders. The difference between those who level up and those who stagnate is action in the face of fear. Radical action does not wait for perfect conditions or certainty. Waiting ensures energy remains scattered and wasted. Courage is a muscle built by repeated, deliberate steps. Each time you act despite fear, you reclaim your energy and control. Momentum favors those who refuse to be passive. Fear is real, but regret is far heavier, and action is the remedy to both. Guilt is a subtle but powerful energy drain. You may feel responsible for others' feelings or outcomes, and that guilt keeps you tethered unnecessarily. Walking away does not mean you lack compassion. It means you value your growth and energy. Every time you prioritize drains over builders, guilt masquerades as duty. Radical action involves separating responsibility for others from responsibility for yourself. Accountability without overextension is the balance to strike. Those who succeed understand that saying no is not a betrayal, it is a declaration of alignment. Energy is your currency. And guilt spent on the unworthy is wasted. Action frees you from the invisible chains of misplaced responsibility. Your growth deserves the clarity of decisive boundaries. The cost of inaction is invisible but enormous. Stagnation, frustration, resentment, and exhaustion are the consequences of tolerating what drains you. Energy leaks silently, slowly eroding potential and ambition. Radical action stops the leak. It is not a one-time gesture, but a series of daily intentional decisions. Every small step to remove drains compounds into significant momentum. Those who act decisively create a vacuum where opportunity, focus, and growth naturally enter. Delay is disguised as prudence, but is actually sabotage. Action is the compound interest of energy applied to growth. Back, every movement toward alignment multiplies your capacity for impact and fulfillment. Radical action often requires ending relationships, leaving jobs, or abandoning routines that feel familiar but no longer serve you. These actions are uncomfortable because they break patterns of security and expectation. Comfort is never a metric of alignment, energy is. Walking away is not weakness, it is strategy. Back, those who succeed do not cling to safety. They embrace discomfort for exponential growth. Every choice to release drains is an investment in your clarity, focus, and potential. The temporary discomfort is outweighed by the long-term energy and opportunity gained. Radical action creates space for the people, habits, and experiences that build you. Your energy is a magnet. Back, and action attracts alignment. Growth is impossible without movement, and movement requires risk. Consistency is the engine of radical action. One courageous step is not enough. The drains will attempt to creep back in. Energy management is a daily practice reinforced by repeated decisions. Each time you walk away from what no longer serves you, you strengthen the habit and your capacity to act decisively. Momentum builds when action is persistent, visible, and unapologetic. Weak action invites indecision and regression. Those who achieve extraordinary results operate on relentless, consistent motion. Radical action compounds not linearly but exponentially. Daily choices to prioritize energy and alignment compound into a life of purpose and impact. Discipline in action ensures the path remains clear, back even when temptation and doubt appear. Action is not only about removing drains, it is about actively attracting builders. Energy flows toward opportunities, people, and habits that align with your vision. Back. If you remove drains but remain passive, nothing fills the void. Intentional pursuit of what builds you is the next step. Seek mentors, habits, and projects that stretch and elevate your capabilities. Your environment, mindset, and effort must all be synchronized toward growth. Action is the magnet for alignment. What you move toward will compound faster than what you merely avoid. Building requires energy, focus, and persistence. Back, every choice to engage with builders increases momentum and accelerates results. Radical action balances removal with attraction for maximum impact. Failure is inevitable in the pursuit of radical action, and it is not a reason to stop. Each failure is feedback, an opportunity to recalibrate and act more intelligently. Energy spent on fear of failure is wasted. Hit back. Energy applied in the moment compounds into learning and progress. Those who achieve extraordinary growth embrace mistakes as signals, not roadblocks. Radical action requires resilience, adaptability, and commitment. But every misstep teaches where drains remain or where alignment is weak. Success is not the absence of failure, but the presence of relentless aligned action. Momentum builds when setbacks are used as fuel rather than excuses. Energy is reclaimed with every lesson applied. Growth accelerates when action persists despite temporary defeat. Time is the ultimate leverage. Radical action honors it. Every day spent tolerating drains is a day lost in creating impact and abundance. Energy, once wasted, cannot be recovered. The people, opportunities, and habits you attract depend on your choices in this moment. Radical action is a race against inertia. Those who delay become spectators in their own life. Compounding effect of decisive steps accelerates results beyond linear expectation. Energy spent moving toward builders multiplies over time. Every minute invested in aligned action produces dividends and clarity. Back, growth and influence. Time waits for no one, and radical action ensures your energy works for you, not against you. Ultimately, radical action transforms awareness into impact. Back, knowing what drains you and what builds you is meaningless without deliberate movement. Walking away from drains and leaning into builders is the engine of growth. Action converts potential into momentum, energy into influence, and clarity into results. It is uncomfortable, risky, and relentless, but the rewards are exponential. Every choice to act decisively strengthens boundaries, cultivates environment, back, and amplifies energy. Your future self depends on the radical steps you take today. Momentum favors those who refuse to be passive. The life you dream of exists on the other side of courage. Back, and radical action is your bridge. Step boldly, consistently, and unapologetically, and watch the world rearrange itself to match your energy.